Yeah.
We're live. So, hello everyone. I don't know if anyone's there, but welcome back. It's Bert and Megs. We're gonna review The Boys.
Hail, Megs. It's good to see you, Megs.
Yes, good to be back. How are you doing?
Yeah. Glad to have you back.
Glad to be back. And
so what are we discussing today?
The Boys. Come on.
I'm really excited to talk about The Boys. I love this season already.
The Boys is always funny. I think that partially is because Seth Rogen's behind it. I know a lot of people have a lot of issues with Seth Rogen, but I personally love him.
I didn't know that he was behind it, but then I saw him in the commercial in the episode the other day. I know you, but then I always see it's written in whatever by Garth Ennis.
He's like a producer of it. He's like a
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they made Preacher, right?
Yes, he did. He did.
So this is the same people that made Preacher. That must be him and what's his name? Seth Rogen must have a good connection.
Yeah, they must. Well, Seth Rogen always has his little gang with him. It's always like James Franco, Danny McBride. They have like that little clique, so he must be part of his little.
Yeah, but James Franco, he's like on the he got Me Too'd.
I know. Yeah, I know all about those audition tapes or whatever. He got
I know all about that.
I love James Franco, so I
I do too. James Franco's a good dude. Hey, hail Panda Power.
Hail Panda.
Hail Panda Power. Megs, I'm gonna have to tweet this out, okay?
Okay, tweet it out. I tweeted it out yesterday, but yada.
I can talk though and tweet at the same time.
Oh, well, that's multitasking.
Hey, thanks.
Better than me. So I did bring my notes along, and one thing I want to mention is I can't remember the actors' names, but I remember what they play in other series.
Okay.
I liked how the opening scene was Gus Friedman from Breaking Bad. I can't remember the actual.
Well, Gus Fring, right? Did you say Gus Freeman or Gus Fring?
I wrote Friedman. Must have been drunk.
Yeah, Friedman, like
from the chicken stores in Breaking Bad.
Los Pollos Hermanos. Yeah, Gus Fring.
Yes.
It seems like he's playing the same dude, right?
I know. He's like all powerful, and he's like, "Don't come across me."
Yeah. He really is good at playing an authoritative,
figure,
powerful person.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen Do the Right Thing?
It doesn't sound familiar.
A 1980s Spike Lee film. He was in those films, like playing super black dudes back in the day. That you don't even look like the same human being. I'll send you a picture of it. I'll send you a little clip in the DMs, after this.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, hail Stony One Kenobi. What's good, bro?
Hails. I like that we have friends. We have friends here. It's always a good time.
Yeah. Everybody's happy to see you, Megs.
Oh, I'm happy to be back. Happy to see everyone. I missed everyone. Missed them. And Bobby Singer from Supernatural.
Bobby Singer from Supernatural. I never really watched that show too much. I watched a couple episodes. So who is that?
So he's the guy that has like the beard, and he's the one that's talking to him. He's like, "Well, who do these boys?"
Oh yeah.
Do? So that's Bobby Singer off of Supernatural. I don't know.
Okay, I've seen him in tons of stuff, especially on HBO. Like, they got a lot of people from Breaking. That guy's in Breaking Bad too, and Better Call Saul. He's the guy who's always selling the guns. He's like the gun salesman. He like brings them rifles to try like.
Wasn't he at the pawn shop, right?
At the pawn shop?
At Better Call Saul or some. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong show.
What? He like meets Mike in hotel rooms to sell him like long rifles to do hits and stuff like that. He sells Walt guns in the show too.
Okay, I don't recall that.
No, but I like how it starts. Like they're like somebody's hustling in his DoorDash.
And nonchalantly just telling the orders as they're talking about like super confidential information.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, good stuff. What's next on your list?
My next one is here. Oh, the gore with the Nor when he's like breaking apart.
Oh, yeah. The gore with the Nor. I like it.
Yep, I liked that.
Always it's so funny. I find this shit so hilarious. I love the dark humor. Like when he's like he just fucks everybody up, you know? And then what is he like? Is he like Wolverine? Like he grows his skin back or something? I mean, he got fucked up by that blast.
Yeah, he has to be because in a later episode, I don't remember which one it was, but Homelander was like, "Oh, well, we even have the Nor, and he doesn't even really identify with any gender or race. So, I mean, that counts that off the list."
Yeah, that's funny that he said that though. And Homelander is maybe my favorite character on television, by the way. No, but I love how dark it is. After Black Noir fucks everybody up, then he walks by the little kid as he's holding the guy's dad's head. And yeah, and he's like, "Oh, little teddy bear, yeah."
Why are you scared of me, dude? I have a teddy bear. You know?
Right? How scary? How fucked up? How dark? You know, and twisted.
I love it. What else do I have here? Oh, and then there's Translucent's funeral. Homelander's just going off about himself.
Right.
His narcissistic ways.
You know, I love Trump, but it kind of reminded me of like if Trump were doing a funeral for somebody, it'd be about him, you know?
Well,
kind of like how the Tiger King did the funeral.
For his husband or whatever.
Yeah. Sure. And he turns into a performance.
Yeah. Oh God, sorry. I'm getting flashes of Tiger King in my head again. So
I know. I like your Carol Baskins video.
I couldn't resist. I was looking at the trending and I was like, "There's a fucking tiger in a cage, man."
That's
like
a good one.
I can't.
That's a good one. You know, just like I didn't realize until like 2 minutes into your video that she was playing Eye of the Tiger in that video. It took me until like, and I have to say though, everybody knows, you know, I've been watching these. I'm drinking. It's like 2 a.m. It took me like the second watch to realize Translucent's in the casket, but he's just invisible, which is so funny.
But I have a gripe with that. How is he together? And I think that's just nothing in there because he was blown apart because he had a bomb up his ass.
Well, he's not there. It's all fake, you know?
Yeah, okay. All right. Because I was like, he's not really there.
Yeah, because we saw his guts. They put all his guts inside the bag. Like, it's just a performance to,
right?
Yeah, it's all part of the lie, like into how Billy Butcher killed the Madeline, the head of Vox.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it's all part of their lie, I believe.
Yep, their conspiracy.
Hey, O'Colly Hond.
Hey, O'Colly. Nice to see you. So another thing that I loved was the Deep watching it at the bar. I think it was like a TGI Fridays or something, like or an Olive Garden bar, you know. And they cut me out of the picture. You can't cut me out of the picture. And then the guy comes up. You're cut off, man. Go home. I'm calling TMZ. Like,
right. He was like, let me have another Blue Lagoon.
You're cut off.
That guy is. There's so many comedic actors in this show. He is hilarious. That guy is so unbelievably funny. And I also find what's the guy who's the fast guy?
A-Team.
A-Train.
Sorry,
I find A-Train hilarious. He's just funny, just the way he walks around the room and looking on his face. Yeah, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, and then when they walk out of the funeral, it's all like Titanic music playing. I don't know if you noticed that, but it is. It's like Titanic music playing.
That's funny.
Like when the ship's going down, they have that playing in the courtyard.
And what's her name? Who's the blonde girl?
Her name is Annie, but she's Starlight.
Starlight, yeah. I like her a lot in this season. She's cool. She's like, you know, she's obviously gorgeous, but she plays a very likable person.
Yeah, she's
unlike I can't stand Huey.
No, he's like a little bitch boy, dude. Like, grow some balls, dude.
Yeah, and, you know, exactly. Go ahead.
No, that's it. Grow balls.
Yeah, and he You know, I liked him in the first season. He was like more assertive, like you're saying, growing balls, right? Like he was doing shit and he wasn't like crying about it all the time. And then this one, I mean, but dude, I get it. Like if you were him and you got to bang Starlight, you know, it's like it's all coming down there from, you know, if you thought he was definitely in love with her. You know, he has to be so in love with her, and then she's so good looking, and then she's walking around with Homelander and shit, you know, and you're in a cave, you know, but still he's very unlikable this season. He's just constantly complaining.
He's a whiner.
Yeah, and I think he's not. I think they should have got a better looking dude.
Yeah, I could concur with that. I mean, with all the people in the world, I mean, he's not like ugly.
No, he's not. He's not. He's a good-looking human being. I mean, you know, for walking around where I live in San Francisco, I'd be like, you know, like, I sound like I'm super gay. I'm like, hey, that's a good-looking guy. No, but he, you know, you can find better-looking guys to be the nerdy guy still. You know, like I was watching, you know, Kick-Ass, and you know, it's kind of the similar kind of character, except he doesn't have superpowers. But you know, right now I'm just going to go on about how I find Kick-Ass attractive. No, I sound gay again. No, let's just keep pushing forward.
Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but as we're talking about Huey, as he walks out and going to meet Starlight, there's a Lady Liberty. It's something I noticed the second time I watched it. There's a Lady Liberty poster on the comic wall.
Yeah.
Lady Liberty. And I found it actually in like a promo for the boys because I was trying to find it, if I could see it anywhere else. And it says, Liberty presents Autumn Breeze Vought Feminine Products. Sorry, I had an accent. So they have Liberty producing feminine products. So I have a whole huge idea about that, but we'll wait till later about that. But yeah, so there's a poster of her in the comic shop, actually, Lady Liberty, and as Huey's walking out of the comic shop, it's up there. And so there's like an advertisement up there.
Yeah. What's your theory?
My theory, well, because you know how later on, this is episodes 1 through 4, you find out that Lady Liberty is
Stormfront.
Yeah, so I think that Gus Fring is trying to get back at Homelander, right? He's trying to get back at Homelander. So he brings Liberty's been in here forever, right? She's like in the background, in like the what do you call them? Like the shareholders or whatever, right? She's like a shareholder in the back, and she's been back there for years, you know, whatever, producing these feminine products and bullshit, right? Homelander pisses off Gus Fring, right?
Gus Fring,
whatever. The guy from Breaking Bad, the badass from Breaking Bad. Homelander pisses off him, and he's like, oh, well, you think that everybody in America loves you? You think everybody loves you? Watch this. Brings her in, makes America hate him because she's doing it, because she's doing all that stupid social media bullshit to kind of pull everybody against him.
Right.
So I think that's what they're doing there, because
I like it.
The CIA agent, she's like, oh, it's from the inside. And then
yeah.
And she's the one that had that Liberty thing with the address on it where they found all that information out. So
right. I could see that. I love Stormfront in this.
I didn't like her at first, but now I like at the end of the 4th episode, I like her now.
I liked her after she snapped the guy's head off, or she broke his arms off. Yeah. And you know, because you know, I was sorry.
No, you're good.
At first I thought it was I was like, oh man, she's from Seattle. This bitch is from Portland. And then like, oh man, you know, and then she was like totally like on the social media stuff. I was like, I'm not going to like this character. And then she's super racist. It's super funny that she's super racist.
Yeah.
She's like, you yellow something, and she rips his hands off. I'm like, oh shit.
And then she's the one that's supposed to be like female power. Like, how can you do that, but then do that? It doesn't make sense. You're a hypocrite.
Yeah, well, she's like evil, you know, and I'm like, she's cool. Like, that's a good villain. I like her.
Female version of Homelander. She is.
And you know, I'm surprised that people aren't up in arms, because this episode could be construed as anti-Asian, especially after Homelander snaps dude's ears, which I was almost on the floor dying from laughter when he did that.
we don't have no cripples in the 7.
Yeah, he's like, now you're just another blind fucking cripple or something. He says something like that. And then I like the girl who's like the the worker, managerial one. She's a good actress in this. She looks so shaken by it. And then he's like, look at me. Like he's the Joker, and
well, I liked it how she caught him drinking the breast milk.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I saw him pull it out. I was like, he's not going to. No.
Yeah.
No.
And like he sticks his tongue inside the bottle first. Like, oh my God.
I was like, what?
He's so.
Because that shit smells like after like.
Yeah. He probably.
Yeah.
He probably, man, he's so funny. He's so funny.
Yeah. Like this show is so wrong, but funny. Wrong, but funny.
And I think that's why he goes in and snaps the guy's ears off, is because he felt embarrassed, and he was like, sure, yeah. But the guy's like ears are bleeding all over the place.
He's like flopping like a fish.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Visual. My bad. Okay. Okay. And then when the Deep is on the playground, this is not the Mariana Trench. Put in jail.
You think water's a game or a joke?
Sorry. And then the guy, the eagle, the archer that like takes him out of jail, and he's like, "You want a fresca? What is their deal?
Yeah,
the frescas."
Hey, Deep. Yeah. What is with the fresca?
Yeah, they bring a 6-pack of frescas. Like, what is that?
Yeah, well, they're like a cult, right? I mean,
like a religious cult.
Yeah, it's hella funny when like he's like waking up and like his skin is sticking to the thing, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she's like hovering over him, and that guy's hella funny too. The black dude, they're all so comedic.
It's good. I love it.
He's like, a quiver can only hold so many arrows. Which, I always thought like, man, what the fuck is Hawkeye? What is Hawkeye doing with the Avengers? You know what I mean? Like, even Scarlett Johansson, but at least she has guns. But I mean, you know what I mean? They're just like normal people. And the guy has arrows, right? But that's hella funny that he's like, yeah, M16s, like, man. A lot of good people died that day.
Oh shit. What else happened in the first episode? Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. Episode 2. That's all I have for my episode 1.
Oh, nice. How does episode 1 end? Do you remember?
I think Butcher comes in eventually.
Oh yeah, the show's not the same without Butcher. Because it's too much Huey sadness. I love when he punches Huey.
Yep.
Later on, but real quick, I love Frenchie so much. He's so funny.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, Mother's Milk looked like he gained some weight.
Sure, is this not the muscle?
That's what I think. I think it's the COVID. I don't know.
The Corona.
Yeah, but okay. So what's up with episode 2 then?
I just have on here. I have the quote of Butcher going, "You'll love it," and then Huey going, "I won't love it. I never love it." And being his Sour Patch self,
Right.
Butcher also sends an edible arrangement to Susan's funeral.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And the lady who plays the big boss lady, she's very believable.
Yeah, very in the authority figures too. I could very much, I see it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's much more believable than the one that got her head blown off.
Yeah, she was more like sassy. This
like if she ran a hair salon, I'd be like, oh yeah, I get it, but not running the CIA, like dark ops,
right? Against the superhero Vought criminal mind.
Right. Oh shit. By the way, I just want to tell you my theory real quick, and I've said this on when we first watched it. I don't know if it's in this episode, it's this episode, right? Well, maybe we'll just get to it then. When Homelander and Gus Fring challenge each other.
I think it's the first one because that's when they bring in Stormfront.
And you hear about the history of Frederick Vought.
Yeah,
the founder of
him.
Okay, so then here's my theory: is that I believe Frederick Vought is Gus Fring.
Okay.
And that I think, with all the I think Gus Fring is really 10 times more superpowered than Homelander.
That's possible because they were saying that Lady Liberty would have had to have been like 70 or 80 years old.
Yeah. Right, exactly. And Gus Fring, if they can change your superpowers, you could change your skin tone.
Right, exactly. If you can fly and shoot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not out of the realm, but I think he's like hiding in plain sight, like he does with Los Pollos Hermanos, but also like Emperor Palpatine-ish.
Right.
You don't really know that he's this actual dude. Like, and Homelander thinks he can just, if it comes down to it, he'll just rip his head off. But it's not really like that. But yeah, I think he's actually Frederick Vought. So that's just my little theory.
Well, no one actually knew him either because he was from such a long time ago. They could have just, done the pictures different or something too, like color.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he even says that in the autobiography is just bullshit.
Yeah, that they sell to the shareholders and all that.
By the seashore.
Yes. Sally, blah, 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 blah. Sorry. What else do I have here? The Deep and his trip meltdown.
Oh, he takes mushrooms.
Oh yeah, it reminded me of Anchorman when he's in like that phone book. He's like, I'm in a glass cage full of emotion.
Yeah, I thought like I skipped it every other time I watched it, other than the first time when his gills are talking to him. I didn't find it very funny. I just thought it was weird and like way too long and stupid.
I also felt like it looked at a Friday or maybe it's next Friday when he's like, no more locked doors, no more locked doors.
Yeah. I love that guy as an actor, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
Joker, baby Joker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like American Me, baby.
Yeah. That's all I could see when I like saw him in there. He's like,
yeah.
No more locked doors.
No more locked doors. That's funny. That's funny. Man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I need to watch Friday Part 2 again.
Friday After Next.
Is that the Friday After Next?
I don't know. Yeah, I think
so. Friday After Next is when they have the Christmas stuff, I think.
No, because it's Friday. Oh, next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
Next Friday, my bad.
Okay, so what's up on the notes?
Starlight stepping up her bitch game after getting caught with the compound. Oh yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. She finally is like, I'm not gonna be a little pansy anymore. I'm gonna stand up for myself against A-Train. Shut up, A-Train. Oh yeah, he wakes up. There's that.
Oh yeah, and geez, we also forgot to talk about last episode. She like went and did some cop shit, detective work, and set up the dude who cuts his dick off.
Oh yeah, and his arms and stuff. So they grow back. So I mean, you can grow limbs back. Exactly.
And this is all manufactured. But yeah, I like that too. And he's so funny. A-Train, like when he's like, well, how do you know I haven't already told her? He's like so stupid and he's so funny. Anyways, go ahead.
Kamiko, that's her name, right? Kamiko?
Yeah.
Found her brother. Too bad Butcher tries to shoot him. Then he throws her through a building. Those were my notes, verbatim.
Yeah. But then I was like, well, maybe Butcher should have shot him, right? But then Huey had to mess everything up.
Yes. I'm surprised they didn't get really seriously hurt with all that stuff, falling on them. They could have, hurt their noggins and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But then after that, what's his name? Who's the guy with the beard? Butcher. Butcher goes and punches Huey in the gut, which he needed a little phone check.
I agree. And he gets all like sour patch about it again because he's just a little pansy.
Then he wipes his tears off and gets back in the car with his head down.
throwing a tantrum. But yeah, so she finds her brother after the whole first season. She's talking about how she lost her brother and, you know, the whole camps and the light and all of that. So you kind of learn more about that, which I thought was interesting. I kind of liked that and the fact that they found each other. I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. Also, thought it was funny that they were throwing each other through buildings and all of that stuff.
Is she retarded though? Well, she can't write in it. She can't even draw pictures or anything. Like,
so I don't get it. What I think it was like the third or fourth episode, Frenchie was talking to the brother when he's in the boat or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess so after their parents died, she just went like mute. She just stopped talking.
Yeah, no, I heard that part, but like she couldn't, I mean, how is she? It seems like she's in a relationship with Frenchie, kind of. How do they communicate at all? If she can't even like write down, she can't write or like.
She's learning her B's. Come on. She got the B down.
Yeah, I don't know. It was okay. I can stomach it for a little bit, but
I don't think they're in a relationship yet. I think it's more of like a friendship where like they both, you know, they both feel it, but like I don't think it's ever been sent to the next level. And I think that's like why.
Because she can't speak, right?
I probably.
No, I'm joking. You know,
that language barrier definitely plays a role
for sure.
You know.
Yeah, and Frenchie likes being choked a little bit. It looks like
he likes some weird things.
I love his other woman.
Yeah, she's hot. I like.
She is, and she's always there for him.
Yeah, and she's like his, and he talks about Kimiko with her. So I mean,
yeah, he's tripping. He's tripping. She'll like blow up the building for him, you know, and like
she must have like a thing for the soup because she's a soup, you know. Maybe he's just like I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
It's true. Okay.
You always think the grass is greener. I don't know.
It's true. It's true.
You're
here first, folks.
Yep. Heard it here first. Homelander intruding on Becca's house, talking nonsense to the kid. So yeah, Homelander busting into Becca's house. Butcher's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I know.
Yeah, and he does a good job parenting, you know. His little punk ass weak son. Been raised with his mom too long, getting soft.
Oh my god. When he threw him off that house.
I was laughing so hard when he just like goes into the grass.
I was like,
oh my god.
I was like, he didn't just do that. No.
And then he stands up there like this.
Get up.
I'm just gonna keep standing here.
Get up.
Oh man. It's too funny. He's
my kid. He'll be fine. You
just
off 20 feet, man. Like 20 feet.
But he was right though. So his son is that.
But what if he wasn't?
Well, then I guess it's time to find another baby maker.
Another baby mama.
Yeah.
But he didn't even know about it until recently. So I mean.
Well, I think Homelander can he seemed like it touched him a little bit when the kid said, "I love you, Dad," even though he made him say it.
Well, it was just funny. He's like, "Oh, you called me Dad." He was like touched, and then he's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh no, I'm talking about it was like in the bedroom. He was saying goodnight.
Yeah, I know, and he made him say, "I love you."
Yeah, but he still liked hearing it.
Yeah, no, he's like, "Oh, this feels nice. This feels great."
Yeah.
And then at breakfast, "Oh, this feels great. Yeah, this is so nice."
Matt Man 875, hail my friend. He says, "I'm trying to figure out how the sun can turn on and off his powers." My first thought was like it reminded me of like the Magneto scene in X-Men when we first meet him, and he's at the in the internment camps.
Yeah,
and like seeing his mom die or get hit in the face with the gun or whatever triggers his powers. I think it's similar to that. I think the kid's going to be even worse than Homelander.
Second generation.
And you know he like Homelander is a jerk and and everything. He's so funny, right? But I think the kid is gonna thrive off of anger a lot. And Homelander's right when he finds out that he's living like the Truman Show. That's weird, right? So that they've built like a city for him to grow up in.
Yeah, Yeah, that is weird. I didn't realize that like the 4th episode with all the walls. I was like, what are all these walls? I don't get it. But then I realized, and that's why Butcher could never find her in the first season and had no idea that she was still alive because she was so heavily protected in like a Truman Show kind of deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. I love this show.
It's so funny.
I do love this show though, Megs. I really do.
It's hilarious. I love it too. So that's all I have for episode 2.
Okay. We're going on a 15-minute per episode thing here. It's going good.
Good. All right. So the third one, we have goldfish begging for their lives at Red Lobster. So this is after the whole Compound V thing breaks the news. And the Deep is talking to the cult people about when he first started getting his powers or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I couldn't do nothing. And then I go to the beach and I do this. And then I'm even at Red Lobster. And I thought that was hilarious.
That is hilarious.
That was funny. News breaking about soups not being genetically natural. Oh shit, yeah. The kid getting pushed off was actually in the 3rd episode. My bad.
Which happened in the 3rd episode?
The kid getting pushed off the house was actually in the 3rd episode.
Okay.
I rushed it.
Okay, that's just the funniest part.
It was just really funny. I couldn't leave it out. Another thing that happens in the 3rd episode is the whale bit.
Oh, man.
So they get, with the whole they're in, and that's just why the hell did they get on a boat in the first place? What was the point of them being on the boat?
They were supposed to go have a meeting out in the water.
Why would they ever think that's a good idea with a man that can move things with his hands?
True. Exactly. But they thought they had his hands in check, I guess. But they were supposed to exchange him for in order for like Billy Butcher to get his wife back and for Mother's Milk to see his kids again.
Yeah.
But yeah, terrible plan. But I don't laugh very often watching stuff, like at the house, especially if nobody's in the room with me. But I consistently laugh out loud watching the show, and especially when they rammed full steam ahead into the whale.
I was just like, they're not going to do it. Are they? They're not going to do it. And then the all inside of the freaking whale, and the whale's still like moaning. It's like,
yeah. Even the Deep is standing on top of it, so proud, thinking, I got these guys. And what? He's going to sacrifice a whale just to do that? I mean, that's so funny that the Deep was willing to do that, But
I don't think he anticipated them going through the whale. I think he thought
he did not. But they finally made his powers seem kind of cool. Like, he is a pretty dangerous dude around the water.
Only around the water, though. Like, I know I was like in the boat and I was like, where are those robotic sharks? What are those? I was like, are those all soups?
Yeah. That's what I thought too. But it was so funny. And then I love, then the more Huey being a little whiny bitch, not wanting to get out of the whale. Come on, dude.
The second wind, Starlight. Shut up, dude. God.
He's not likable.
Already.
I know. Like, you got to send in Mother's Milk to beg you to come out of whale guts.
Like, and it's all still beating. Like, like the intestines are like still squirting stuff out. Like,
they built that shark. They built the shark. Did you read that?
I didn't read into it, but I thought it was amazing the way that it was designed and very realistic.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I read somewhere that they built the life-size whale for them to ram into. I'm like, how awesome! But I love when Homelander shows up, and he's like, no, you got to stay out here to the fish guy. They totally punk on him. It's so funny. And all he wants is so badly is to be part of the 7. I think he's going to end up being one of the good guys.
Oh, maybe. Because the 7 just treat him so horribly all the time.
Yeah. What's up with the notes?
I just thought
I had a phone call calling me too.
I thought it was hilarious that Stormfront comes up and she's like, this is all good, Starlight or whatever, but we'll have to deal with this later. She's trying to like govern everybody. And then that's when she like leads off and goes and kills the super villain, super terrorist.
Yeah.
Doesn't like super terrorist.
She's badass, dude, in it. She's like tearing apart the building. She's just killing everybody in sight. She hates minorities.
She picked the poorest part of town. No, she built it.
Yeah, right. And
the entire building. There was no need for that. No need.
Yeah, I know. And she reps like she's this person for the people. It's totally like how liberals are. Is my computer slowing down?
No, I don't think so. You seem fine, maybe.
Okay, cool. It was slowing down on my end, but that's badass, and that's when she rips off his hands.
Oh, you can't do a whole lot without these.
Yeah, and he's hella dead, right? I mean,
oh yeah, he's dead. He's gone. Because then
Kimiko or whatever, she's gonna kill her.
She seems pretty powerful, though. I don't know if I think Kimiko wants to, but I don't know alone if she's gonna be able to.
Yeah.
She can shoot laser beams out her fingers, like the Emperor.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of, kind of.
She's like, your little fucking yellow hands or something. I'm like, oh shit, what a racist bitch.
Oh shit. Madman says, seems like the Fresca cult is trying to build their own 7. I could see that.
Yeah,
they're definitely up to something with their frescas.
Yeah, what's in the frescas, right? The Fresca cult. That's funny that they're the Fresca cult. But I think, but if you're building your own 7, that's I guess he's still a member. And then you'd have the Arrow guy and him, but I think they want to have a person in their cult in the 7. I think they want to get him into the 7.
Like,
then they have a pipeline to the power.
Right. I could see both. We'll just have to see.
I could see that though too. You're right. I could see that, Man 875.
Yeah. So then what happens? She kills, I can't remember the brother's name, but she kills the brother. And then she does that little press conference saying that Thought didn't do anything. Homelander gets pissed because he called dibs, of course. And she took the dibs and because he was too slow. He was too busy.
Yeah, she says, you're too slow, Grandpa, right?
So he's pissed.
Even though she's actually a grandma's age.
Right. That's the irony of it, I think,
Yeah. I do too. And that shit pissed him off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because then you see him on the screen or whatever, just looking through the memes, and he's like just getting heated up. But then he goes and sees his doppelganger and does some twisted shit.
Oh my god! Can we talk about that scene?
Yeah.
I thought that was the funniest shit on earth.
Like, what? She's back? You've been hiding her all along?
He's about to suck his own dick. And like the look in his face, he's like he's so good at playing both roles.
Oh god!
Like when he's playing both roles so funnily well. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, he's such a psycho, and like, doesn't then he kills the person, right?
Oh yeah, he snaps his neck.
Yeah, and
you are a horrible excuse. You don't because he triggered him with the whole you get your strength through the people. And the people don't like him right now, or whatever.
Right.
So he triggered him, and he's like,
well, it originally triggers him when his finger goes out of whack and becomes a man's finger, right? And then he's like,
"Oh man, it's like, sorry, I don't hold this form for this long usually.
It hurts."
Oh god.
Yeah, it's funny stuff.
shit, dude. At least it's funny, right? It's like
Matt Man 875. Yeah, I think A Train is going to help the boys. I think A Train is definitely he has his feelings hurt by Homelander, who basically tells him he doesn't want him on the job anymore, right?
Yeah, something in the they're talking about putting him on some like reality TV shows or doing something like that, or
but they said you're probably like the 30th fastest guy in the world right now.
Oh shit.
So he's gonna have to do something to keep his spot on the team on VOT. He's gonna have to do something drastic to prove his worth to Homelander, or he's gonna have to help the boys out, I think.
Well, and then plus he's already in with Starlight. He's already got secrets, with her that could get him in big trouble.
Yeah, like if she goes down, she's taking A Train with her.
Right. So there's that as well. What else was there? Starlight decided she didn't want to be with wussy boy Huey.
Is that what happens? She says it's over, right?
Pretty much. So they go to like the hotel and they have their little like date night where Muscle Milk's like, this isn't a date. And then they have their little thing.
Yeah.
And then when they get back,
her eyes light up.
Yeah. And then
I think that's an awesome writing touch. But anyways, go ahead.
They get back to town or whatever, and she's like, hey Jumanji.
Hey Jumanji, how you doing?
Jumanji, sorry, I always think it's like Jumanji. That's how I say it in my head. I'm sorry. She's like, no, people can't. We're not normal people. We can't have love. We can't have happiness. We can't have whatever, Yeah,
she keeps it real with him.
Yeah, and he's like, no, but I love you. And she's like, no.
Yeah, she's like, I can ban like superheroes and live with $1 million mansions, and you're like, you're basically a terrorist, and you're it's like, and you're not on my level.
No. And you're a wuss boy.
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna end up together though?
Probably. I mean, probably.
I'd much prefer the Deep get another shot with her.
I don't think that's going to happen. She hates him.
She does, but that's what would make it such, you know what I mean? Like if they were forced to hang out together for like a road trip, he might wear her down. I don't know. She does hate him, but yeah. It'd be yeah. I don't know. He's much more likable than the what's Huey. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, no, well, I don't know. Wuss boy versus narcissistic boy.
Yeah.
I mean,
he is, but he's not like evil, the Deep.
No, he just got really heavy self-esteem issues.
He does. He's depressed as hell. It's so funny. He's so funny. I like when the guy's like, because you've hit rock bottom, Deep. He's like, what the fuck do you mean rock bottom?
Yeah.
Hey, Damaj and I, that's what we've been saying this whole episode is that Huey's a fucking bitch. He's just crying the whole season, dude. Just crying in the whale, crying about Starlight, crying about everything. He's hard to look at too for the main character.
They could have gone a little bit more. I mean, it's like we were saying, he's not ugly, but I mean,
yeah. And he's uglier too when he's like frowning and frumpy and bitter the whole time, and like really? Yeah. That's why like it's so great when we in the first episode takes so long. We finally get Butcher because somebody with personality, because Mother's Milk's kind of quiet and Frenchie, they're hilarious though.
Frenchie just does a lot of drugs, and Mother's Milk just likes to make dollhouses, apparently.
Yeah, well, that's what right after Frenchie gets choked out by Kamiko, he goes and does like a big fat line of I don't know. It's not cocaine. It's some pill.
Something. Yeah, and then goes to his girlfriend.
I was almost as drunk that when I watched it as he was, and I was like, man, I wish I had one of those lines. I don't know what it is.
can I get it through the TV? I'm just kidding.
Matt Man 8 emphasizes, I didn't get the impression she wanted to end it. Both of them are each other's hope, and the soup thing keeps getting in the way.
I think that's why she ended it, though. She doesn't want to hurt him because the soups always end up hurting the humans, you know. So she's afraid that if they stay together, one of them's gonna get hurt, one of them's gonna, you know, end up dead or get caught because they're not supposed to be together. And Homelander almost made her, or was that the next one? Well, Homelander almost kill him.
Yeah,
no, because that was the way that was the whale episode.
Yeah, it's pretty, you know, super Romeo and Juliet. I don't think, like, in a perfect world, she would be with Huey and they would just, you know, I don't know, they'd be together, I think. But it's not a perfect world. And it's like we're living this pipe dream. It's not going to happen, dude. Might as well just go our own separate ways, you know? She's trying to cut it off, I think, before it gets even more. She doesn't want to get his hopes up, you know? Plus, you know, yeah, it's dangerous for him. What will Homelander do to him if he give him the chance? He would skin, you know, take his skin off, skin him alive. Is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, kind of like the way that Maeve was talking to her girlfriend or whatever. I'm kind of interested to see what happens with that. If he's kind of let Maeve go, or if he's gonna go and try to get her girlfriend, or what's gonna happen with that, because he outed her on that television broadcast and was like, oh, well, we have a lesbian in our 7. What are you talking about? Maeve right here is a lesbian.
Oh, yeah, that was so funny. So funny. And God, I find the women on the show so attractive, but she might be the number one. Maeve.
Maeve is beautiful. I think she's very gorgeous.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
And she's like, you know, she looks like she, you know, to do some type of combat, you know, like she's like, I don't want to say strong looking, but she doesn't have like big bulky biceps or anything, no, but she just looks like she looks such the perfect part for this role.
She looks fit.
She does. Yeah, and Matt, well, with Damaj and I, his whole situation is weak sauce. Yeah, I agree. But I think that goes into what Matt Man's saying, is that because, you know, he keeps lying to her. He's been lying to her the whole time. And it's like, you know, just, you can't have any relationship like that. It's all lies. You know, she doesn't know when he's telling the truth.
Or, yeah. Well, even when she asks him to tell the truth, he doesn't tell the truth. So,
and she knows he's lying.
Exactly. So, yeah. Yep. It's a big thing for her in the show. Yep. I agree with that. What else was in there? And then, yeah, Frenchie makes it so Kimiko doesn't go ham on Stormfront. There's that.
Kimiko she'd get touched up by Stormfront right now.
Well, they fought, and she did get her ass beat. If it wasn't for her brother, she would have gotten her ass beat. Her brother came back and saved her, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, and then ended up dying himself. So,
yeah. And again, it's just so hilarious that Stormfront is racist because she's from Seattle and Portland and supposed to be like a hipster liberal type of character. Yeah. I find that very funny.
I like her. I think she's funny. I think, like I said, she's the female version of Homelander. She's very narcissistic. One thing I did like is I liked how Starlight put her compound V in Stormfront's purse when A-Train comes up. It's like, what'd you put in the boot? What'd you put in your boot? You know, and nothing. You know, it's all in Stormfront's purse. So if anyone got caught, but I mean, it wouldn't matter.
Hey, Demosthenes says Starlight is my weakness. She's hot as fuck. By the way, I like her in the conservative outfit. Yeah, I do too. And I really like when her eyes light up. I love when her eyes light up, bro. But I actually think Stormfront is very attractive too. I mean, they're all good looking, obviously. Everybody who's in the 7, you have to be good looking to be part of the 7 because it's a branding.
That's your Huey.
Well, yeah, but he's not part of the 7.
I know, but everyone else is pretty good looking.
Except for Huey. You're right. Everybody in the entire show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even the old CIA lady. She's still kind of attractive for an old cougar lady, I'd say.
Right. It's like Huey and then the doppelganger guy when he's not in character. And then it's about it. You know Huey would be a good fit for is the girl who's the manager who's like, Homelander just killed the guy's ears. You know that guy, the one with the yellow shoes. They're like they should be dating. You know, not he doesn't belong with Stormfront.
No,
I mean with you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Starlight.
Yeah, Starlight.
Yep.
Starlight. Yeah.
Sally's selling seashores on this. Damn it! Still can't do it. Too many S's.
Was there any other notes?
That is the end of my notes.
Dun
dun dun.
Well, what would you give the episode out of? What would you give the first 4 episodes out of 10?
I'd give it like a 9. I thought it was hilarious. I like you were saying. I there's not a whole lot of times that I'll actually like laugh. It takes some pretty peculiar things to actually like make me laugh out loud, like LOL. And I was laughing out loud.
Yeah. I'm with you on that exactly. I'd give it a 9.2 maybe. And I like it more and more as I watch it. My first initial reaction when I first saw the first 3 episodes was that, man, this is a little slower and it's still good, but it's not as good. But it grew on me and now I love it. Like, you know, the more I've watched it, it's so nuanced and dark and hilarious. And I can't wait to see what comes forward. I can't wait to watch this episode in a couple hours, guys. I think probably in about 6 or 7 hours, episode 5 will be up.
Hell yes. I have to say that my least favorite is Huey. He just kind of brings it down. He's like a Debbie Downer, you know? He just brings down the whole vibe of the show, you know, with his sadness and his need for the second whims. And, you know, he might as well, I don't know, go.
Yeah, cry me a fucking river. You know, always crying. You know, how could you even be in the same room with that guy all the time when he's just, dude? And then they're just like, it's about Twilight again, or Starlight, you know. But I get it. If I was him, I would never ever not be thinking about Starlight.
You haven't been creeping on me, have you? I mean, you're a celebrity. You're on every single channel. How do you not creep on you? Yeah, exactly. She's like, you creeping on my Instagram or whatever. I'm like, of course he is. That. If you're literally on every single radio station, every single TV station, how can you not lurk on you? Like, and that must be so hard on Huey. You know, he's just like, it's just like constantly raining just on him. Like a rain cloud. He just like looks to his left and it's a big mural of Starlight. He turns on the TV, you know, he goes to eat some breakfast and it's a Starlight cereal, everything. I know. Poor guy. He needs to go out and get in the sun or something. I don't know. Yeah, he needs some sun, right? And he needs to drink some milk. You say drink some milk? Yeah, he needs to drink some milk. Homelander style? Yeah. They should like replace him with I don't know, somebody else. It's too late though, I guess. Yes, change. Petition. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, and he's looking more and more like a lesbian. Even Starlight said, "You look like shit." Yeah, I know. I love when she got dressed down. She looks even better. I was like, oh, I feel you, girl. I feel you. Yeah. Well, I was like, damn, I thought that was her real hair. I know, me too. I was like, oh, your hair got long. Oh, wait. Yeah. Just kidding. I wonder if that's her really singing at the first episode when she does the tribute to Translucent. Oh, did you hear the lyrics? I can't remember the lyrics, but I remember laughing to the lyrics of the song. Yeah. It sounds like something that would be played before an NFL game a couple years ago. It just was corny as hell. Yeah. But yeah, Megs, we should keep this one under an hour so you get more replay. All right, sounds good. Yeah, thanks to all our friends for coming out on my first live stream back in a very, very long time. I think it's like been like 6 months or more. Yeah, it's like riding a bike, Megs. You're back on the bike. On my channel, at least. You're back on the bicycle. I am. Took off the training wheel. So now I got to get you on my channel next couple of days, if that's okay. For sure. For sure.
Well, hail everybody in the chat. Hail Demajane, hail Mattman875, Panda Power. Stony One Kenobi, hail, my friend.
All right. We hope to see you guys on our next review of The Boys, hopefully. And,
yeah.
And yeah, thanks for coming out. We'll see you soon.